You guys are with me and only me in the woods this weekend. It was a last minute idea, and we harvested all those like struggling blueberry plants from our homestead, and we mentioned desiring to probably plant them up here at our cabin property. We were just here a couple weeks ago, and it happened to work out. It's going to be raining all weekend at home, and Todd has an odd work week that he has to work this weekend. So I'm like, I'm going to sit at home in the rain by myself. I'm just going to go to the cabin because it's not raining at the cabin, and get some blueberry planting done and maybe harvest some more pine trees and just have a peaceful day. I travel to the cabin when I'm by myself much, much differently than Todd does. I don't bring a lot of things. Like, I keep clothes there. He really doesn't. It's funny because I hate to say too much, but I feel like I'm a much, much, much lower maintenance person. Like, I don't need a lot. Like, he's wanted me to take the generator and stuff. I'm like, no, I don't need it. I love the simpleness of it, and I'll make do with whatever food is there. And he still packed me a cooler. He's so sweet, and got flashlights and everything ready. I'm like, baby, there's flashlights there. I'm gonna be fine. But I say all that to say that was the intent of today's video. And it's going to be a couple days. But was just to bring you guys with me and get some planting done. But guys, so much was laid on my heart. Just driving here, spending quiet time alone. I'll try not to get emotional, but we're just going to have a chat. Probably this weekend at some point. And when we're blessed with our videos, I would say our average views are like 30 to 40,000 viewers. And we have like really great videos that'll do better than that. I gotta put on my seatbelt, otherwise it's gonna keep dinging. And I thought, if I have this opportunity to just reach, even if it's only 20,000 people. Honestly, if it's just one person that needs to hear whatever's been laid on my heart to share, and I'm going to work through it in my mind to make sure it's not anything just coming from Rachel. But we're just going to have some good old chats in the woods, some girl time, and I hope it blesses you. So I'll see you guys at the cabin. see the temperature in here. It's exactly 50 degrees. So not too bad. I even questioned myself, could I tough it out and not have to make myself a fire? But I think it'll be pretty chilly tonight. It's going to get down in the 30s. So we'll get it going. That's how I do my fire bundles to get them started. A pine cone or some kindling, one of those little wax starters, and a whole bunch of crunched up newspaper or brown paper bag. And I twist up the newspaper to make like a log. And that's my fire starter. Alrighty, I got my blueberries here. That little car doesn't work for how I like to shop for plants and transfer plants. So they were gingerly in there, but they made it a 4-hour trip here to the cabin. I'm gonna go grab my shovel. We're gonna be planting them right here in this area between the cabin and the outhouse. It gets the most sun. Okay, there is a young maple right here that I'm gonna dig up once I have a pot empty and just move him somewhere else. But I think I'll do my 2 big ones like on the corner and then the 2 smaller ones on the edges. I'm just mixing in some of the forest mulch into the base. It'll hold on to water good. And then when we dug these up, if you didn't see that video, we just put peat moss around the root ball. So I'm going to blend in that peat moss. Blueberry roots are really, really shallow. So you don't have to go like, while there's a lot of root mass there, they kind of run 3 to 5 inches deep for the most part. From my understanding anyway, and from what I've observed. So I'm just spreading them out in this hole, and then we'll shake back in this native soil and keep packing it around. I'll show you guys, bring you guys down here and show you guys how, when I have a root ball, how I do it. I don't know that it's right, but so far I've been successful. So I kind of just use my fingers and I work that soil in between all the roots. Shake it off so there's no native roots in there, that I can work that soil around all the roots so there's no air pockets. We have in this forest a lot of native blueberries, wild blueberries. Like they grow like little bitty blueberries. But they love this forest soil. Very acidic naturally. So we have 1, can you guys see them? 1, 2, come around the corner, 3, and then this little baby. But I told Todd, we'll probably never see a blueberry off of them because we'll never get up here at like the exact right time before the birds and the animals get them, but it'll be nice. So off-grid camping, anything like that. I ended up making myself just a little pan of canned potatoes and sausage gravy for dinner last night. And it's not very dirty because I put ghee in the pan. But if you don't have like your chainmail or your normal cleaning utensils, which we don't keep at the cabin for our cast iron, we need to get one. I always just ball up a ball of aluminum foil to scrub it. I'm just going to put it on the stove to dry. Okay, we are going to just go ahead and head on up towards the front of the driveway, and that's usually where the small pines are growing, so I'll see if I can find some. Okay, I think I spy some good ones. My toes are freezing this morning, so I had to switch shoes. And right out there, right out there, I think I see 3. He told me don't get really tiny ones. You know, Todd likes his big transplants. I'm gonna leave this one. Try to get that one. That one's growing too close to that one. I believe that they're white pines. So let's see what we can do. Oh, okay. All right, we got 3. Can you guys see them? So 1, 2, 3. And just in case anyone doesn't know, we own all of this property where I was harvesting the trees, and it's perfectly legal to do. We have white pines. I'm not introducing a native or non-native species where we live. We have white pines growing there. We've been doing this for the last 3 years just to build up the diversity and the tree population on our homestead. All right, let's head down to the river. I just came back up here and washed my hands and have that little chit chat. So I tried to film this yesterday, and I got into one of my Rachel ramblings, and I couldn't even watch it back this morning because like my heart was just so full that I couldn't concise what I was feeling into discrete words and a message. And so driving here, there's just been a lot going on in my realm of life, whether it's personal, family, dear friends, the world events and how they affect my life. And so I've been feeling a lot of things, and then I'll put another personal layer on that. And then being on social media, which we willingly choose to do, and I love sharing life with you guys, but that brings an open door for people to say and share their perspectives of your life or who you are as a person. And it's not, believe me, it's not always positive. And so that can affect a person over time. But this really wasn't about me so much as one of my dearest girlfriends, and we're at the river. So one of my dearest girlfriends is going through, I don't even know how to express it other than I don't think that you would wish the circumstance on your worst enemy. I surely hope not. It's nothing comparable, and I've gone through sudden tragic deaths. I've gone through personal traumas, but this, and I'm not going to get into the specifics, is so horrific. And to see the things that people are saying about somebody who is so broken and so grieving out of their own bitterness and pain. Oh, my heart was just so burdened and heartbroken that I think my message is, and this message has been on my heart more personally, to say, people, can you just be nice? Can you, my mama raised me that if you don't have anything nice to say, you don't say anything. And I raised my kids that not to judge a book by its cover, whether it was a really good friend in life that appeared super wealthy where we did not appear that way, or whether it was so-and-so was being really mean to them. Like, you do not know what's going on in that person's life, what they've been through. And so take all those scenarios, whether you yourself or someone you know is going through trauma, appears to be doing super well, is angry and bitter, or is overly joyful and happy, as we've seen with movie stars, suddenly tragically ending their own lives, where what we saw was not at all what was going on in their lives. And I think two things. One, don't surround yourself with people that feed that negativity. And please, no matter where you are in your life, don't be someone. Choose to be different. Do not feed negativity. Believe me, there is so much in the world that if 30,000 of us held hands and said, we're going to choose to be the ones who act different, who choose to laugh, who choose to speak words of kindness, who choose to show grace to other people, even in the event that they've done some wrong to me. So one practice, and I'll tell you guys, I'm preaching to myself as much as I'm preaching to anyone else. And I'm not preaching, just sharing from the heart. That tactics I'll use. Let me get down here and start washing my hands, because I'll never get done. But tactics I'll use, let's see. Hopefully you guys can still hear me, because I know I'm going to be just washing my hands with you guys down here at the river. And this water is icy cold. Okay, what was I saying? Tactics I'll use, right? So when I'm feeling a certain way, and believe me, I have a lot of feelings, but I don't really show them a lot. Or maybe I do. Maybe I do, but I don't verbalize them a lot. So I'll let myself stay there in that hurt or anger or whatever long enough to let me figure out, where is it stemming from? And if I'm constantly looking outward, I know that that's not true. I need to look inward and say, why, and I'm just using sand to scrub my hands, why am I bitter about the situation? Why am I hurt about the situation? Like, what's in me that's making me feel that way? Is it, maybe it's a situation where I'll have these feelings where, see something that is going so right in somebody else's life and be like, geez, that sure would be nice, And I'll be like, no, that's covetousness, right? That's my own. I can't see all the blessings in my own life. Or somebody will do something that'll really hurt my feelings. And I'll be like, but why are my feelings hurt about that? Where does my confidence come from? Let me say it like that. So I know not everyone that watches the channel has the same faith that I do, and that's okay. But to me, it's always my love and my assurance, my peace, my joy will never, ever be able to be satisfied on this earth. It is only through my relationship with Jesus. And I'll get caught up in those fleshly feelings, and I'll get stuck there. And so if you have been through, look at that, came pretty clean. If you have been a victim of trauma, and believe me, trauma, and another thing, don't compare your pain, your trauma, your situation ever to somebody else's, because we all feel on different levels. And maybe you know of person's A trauma, but you don't know about B, C, and D that have happened, right? That build up. So don't judge what you're feeling based off of somebody else. And then I'm going to sum it up with this. And I'm sorry if this is long-winded, but I need to just get it off my heart. We're going to go up the steep hill, and I'm going to get out of breath. Recognize that we are all broken human beings. There is not one person perfect on earth. And if we continue to hold people to these exponential standards, you need to say, but by grace, there go I, right? If you've not made said mistake that somebody else has, if you've not experienced said trauma like somebody else has, or if you are not where somebody else is, it's for a given reason. It is for a purpose. It is grace alone. And it is each and every one of these choices in our life to choose to be peaceable, to choose to be loving, to just choose to be quiet, are all personal character building moments. Okay, we're gonna keep going. And that's it. I'm gonna sum it up there. I'm gonna get my car, drive out of the woods. And believe me, this was so much inward reflection for me this week. But because of that, I wanted to share it with you, because I have seen it and what's happening to my friend and what's happened, just whether it's politics, whether it's whatever, and we come out and attack one another versus just look inwardly and how can we do different. All right, you see how out of shape I am. Let's go. All right. I'll see you guys back at the homestead. Talk to you later.
Yeah, I know what it's like to be broken. And I know what it's like when nothing goes your way. So I'm just gonna let myself enjoy the fruit from this lucky day. Yeah, I am on my way up. I won't slow down, 'cause I am on my way up. I won't slow down. Yeah, I am on my way up. I won't slow down. I am on my way up. I won't slow down.